get a little video on this tailgate. We're going to try to get the tailgate off this thing. We got a bad latch in it, and we don't know whether we're going to be able to repair it or either have to replace it. So we've been taking the molding off the sides. We got the wheel opening molding still left on it. Got most all the molding took off, so we're trying to get this last piece of molding off the tailgate and trying to get this latches, all this latch stuff out. So anyway, stay with us. We're gonna fool around a little bit with this tailgate here and see what we can do. I don't even know if we're gonna be able to save the thing. It's in pretty bad shape. We got a few screws. It's holding that piece of molding on. We're gonna try to get them out. They bad rusty. Got one stubborn one there, don't want to come out. Always one bad boy in the back. Take a look at that piece of molding right there. Now that's a piece of molding. If we can save that and clean it up and use it, we're probably looking at $250, $300, close to it. So it's got one little place on it. It's not bad right there, where it backed up against that pole down there. Rolled back, didn't have a bumper on it, but I think we can get that pulled out, and I believe we can polish it up and then repaint the black in it. I think we can use it. We're going to give it a shot anyway. Try to save as much as we can while we're working on this thing. So on down on the other end, when we start painting and then getting inside, that's where we're going to spend some money. Alright, we're back. Trying to get these last bolts out. Alright, we're filming again. We got it all. Finally. It was a meaning. It didn't want to come off. Them bolts was bad rusty. I don't believe those tailgate's going to be worth fixing. Sure don't. Got a lot of rust in it. And I noticed right along in there, it's got some holes, which I can cut that out and replace that. But it's got some also right below the handle right there. And also, it's got some in here. And also there, and right in the corners. And it's got a lot of rust in it. Got some right along in there too. So, I don't know. I think we might be better off just go ahead and purchase one. We can get a new one from LMC. Or I had one And I kept it for a couple of years. Never did have no use for it. I sold it. It was a brand new one. But now I need one, so. But anyway, that's as far as we're going to strip it down. We actually going to set this thing back on the frame to see if our level's right on the bed and all. And if it's not, we still ain't welded up nothing. We ain't bolted any of our spring mounts up. We just got them in place. We can move them. We can raise them up or lower them. I don't think we're going to need to lower them, but I think we probably might need to raise them if it goes too low, because we want to keep the level of the truck from front to back about the same. So I think I'll just wait and wait till this rain blows over, and I'll get back out here. It may turn cold, but it won't matter to me about being cold. But we'll get back out here and set this thing on. All right, today is the 24th day of January. We decided to get out here and set the bed on the frame and check my alignment on my wheels, make sure they was right in the center of my wheel openings, and they were. And we would have got a little video on setting it on there, but checked my camera this morning and the battery was dead. So I mean, I got excuses for everything, but anyway, we put it on there and checked it. So it's looking pretty close now. It may not be perfect. Got a different wheel on this side, but we got just something to line it up by. But we got we did set it down, and we did actually get everything lined up, and it's looking pretty good. So that's the cross member that we redone. And we did mount that thing, the bolts. Let me get my camera over here if I can. Let's see. If you can see them tops of them bolts right there. Got some grade, I think it was grade 8 bolts I put in there, 3/8. We mounted it straight down. We put us an angle arm piece in it. We cut the thing down, and anyway, we got it all lined up, got our motor supports and everything put into place, and on the old motor, and we got it lined up. Everything's looking good. So what we're fixing to do now is battery still ain't charged all the way up, but what we're fixing to do now is take the bed back off and fixing to get ready to start pulling some of these parts off. We're going to do a little cleanup with a wire brush best we can, and then we're fixing to start taking the front end back off on it and the rear end too, and getting ready to paint this frame. I know it's a lot of work to pull it all back out, but to get a good paint job on it, we're going to try to wire brush it with our little 4.5 inch grinder and put us a wire brush on it. Then we're going to come back in, and once we get it, a lot of this old dried oil and grease and stuff off of it, then we're going to come back in and start sandblasting. That way that'll give us a little ace in the hole on it to sandblast it, because that don't do too good sandblasting on that grease and stuff. I know I never had much luck with it, but anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're going to pull this bed back off here. We're gonna roll the frame back in. Or we're gonna attempt to roll the frame back in. A little bit more than I wanted. Alright. What we got on these stabilizer bar we putting on the back. I'll show it to you. These right here. We ain't got the brackets on the ends. How to keep it from swaying pretty bad. And we got to take the brackets off the other frame out there on the Grand Marquis, and we're going to weld them into place. And but we still got our welding to do on the shock brackets. We got to get them welded in place, and because we got them in pretty good shape, and everything seems to be looking like it needs to be. So hopefully we don't have to do no more reverse cutting out stuff. So, but anyway, stay with us, and we're gonna be getting some brackets to do this, and then once we pull the rear end out, we're gonna do the rear end and all outside where we can pick the frame up with a boom, and we're gonna hang it up out there on our cable, and to do our sandblasting once we sandblast. That way we get ready to paint it. So, but we just gonna have to pick between the times, the weather, because you can't ever tell. This Alabama weather, it can change in 2 hours. It can be something else. So, but anyway, stay with us, and we're gonna charge this camera up a little bit more. And anyway, I bought a set of wheels. Here, I think what we're going to do, we're going to take these wheels here. They come off 88, I think, or 89 Ford. They're 15 inch, 15 by 8, and we're going to put them on that other 76 we bought. It's got a big set of tires on it and wheels, and we're going to take them off, and we're going to put these smaller wheels and all and put a new set of tires on it. So I think that's our plan. And we fix the stuff we need to fix on it, and get it running and all good. So anyway, we got a little work to do to it too, but right now sort of concentrating on this one, because we got a long ways to go to be able to get to the F100 show in up in Tennessee, and Pigeon Forge, somewhere thereabout. But we may not make it this year. It may be next year, but Lord's will. But we're going to keep pushing forward. Stay with us. I'll give you a little update here in a little bit. Thank you for watching.
Well, folks, this concludes the part 7 of Jay's Backwoods Shop. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and be on the lookout for our next video. If you like this content, please consider subscribing and liking the videos. Thank you for your support, and God bless.